Good afternoon, Taoiseach. It nearly feels like a Fianna Fáil Ardèche in here. I remember from many years ago. It's wonderful to have you here in the chamber. We'd love to see more of you, and you're very welcome here anytime. We would all like your appearance before us to occur during happier times, as it is with re-imposition of restrictions and the prospects of lockdowns not being ruled out in the run-up to Christmas. It certainly feels like Groundhog Day again. The vaccinations were not the medical or political panacea they were hoped to be. So Cabinet's elementary plan of lockdown and wait for the vaccine is no longer viable. In desperation, we finally turned to using antigen testing, a useful tool in the anti-COVID kit of every other European country for the past year, but snake oil in Ireland for months, as the judgment of unelected medical advisers. But it's too little too late, as you well know, as we languish at the bottom of the EU table for the worst rates of COVID-19 infection. The country still awaits a feasible exit strategy from this pandemic. The systematic failures at the organisational level in our bloated healthcare system, the most expensive out of the EU 15 by national income, which struggles every winter, have resulted in an inability to handle even the most modest increase in demand for capacity. And so the ordinary people of Ireland, who have complied to a fault over the past 2 years, are once again going to have to alter their ways of life to make up for this failure. I am sure I am not alone in wishing that less time was spent in the lower house in politicking against the opposition, Sinn Féin. Sinn Féin will one day lead this country in government, and it is much your personal responsibility to prevent that as it is mine. They'll do their best in biting at your heels, and it's up to you to do yours in running the country. Rather than settle for refuting your opponents, why don't you show this country what Fianna Fáil can be? What happened to the soldiers of destiny? Perhaps some would think that a grey, bland, globalist and EU-centric party accurately reflects the American light Ireland of today. But I, for one, miss the deep and bold green of Irish republicanism, and there is much in store for a party that can deliver it. As others have become parochial today, I too would like to become parochial. And if there's any way that you can pull a secondary school out of that bag, as well as the many other things that people have asked for, I too would welcome that. Taoiseach, I wish you all the luck for the remainder of your tenure as Taoiseach in the country. And I have no doubt that you will lead Fianna Fáil into the next general election.
Oh my God. You might just clarify what secondary school were you talking about? Just the Taoiseach could take notes. Could I call on Senator Niall Blaney? Oh, did he? Right.